Congratulations on your purchase of the Therma-Dome pull-down attic stair cover. With proper installation and use, this cover will provide you with a lifetime of energy savings and comfort. Before beginning assembly of the stair cover, determine how you would like to have the cover installed. If the attic has a floor deck and will be used for storage, it is recommended that the cover be assembled and installed as a lift-off unit. This will allow unobstructed access to the attic storage area. Whether or not there is an attic floor, if blown-in loose-fill insulation will be used, it is recommended that the cover be assembled so that the sidewalls remain in place as an insulation dam. This method will allow a full depth of insulation to be added to the attic floor right up to the attic opening without leaving any gaps in the thermal barrier and without requiring the additional construction of an insulation dam in order to prevent the insulation from falling through the attic opening. Be sure to check overhead clearance. If there is not enough room to maneuver the completed cover through the attic opening, it will be necessary to assemble the cover in the attic. All of the assembly materials that you need are included in the kit. There are 10 polyiso panels that will fit together to form the cover, 2 short end pieces with gasket and anchor strap, 2 long side pieces with gasket, 3 notched pieces with no gasket that will form the lid, 3 unnotched pieces that will form the second layer of the lid. These pieces are included in the R40 kits only. 1 tube of adhesive, 2 tubes are included in the R40 kits. A roll of foil tape, 2 mounting anchors. These will only be used in the lift-off assembly configuration. Some kits may also include 4 strips of wood flooring material that can be used in attics that have no floor deck. The only tools that you will need to assemble and install the cover are a standard caulk gun that will accommodate 10-ounce cartridges, scissors or a knife to cut the tape to length, a hammer to nail the mounting anchors if you are installing in the lift-off configuration. If you are installing the wood strips, you will also need a saw to cut the wood strips to length, and screws and screwdriver to mount the wood strips in the floor framing. It is also recommended that caulk be used to seal any seams in the framing and floor surrounding the attic access opening to prevent air leakage around the cover between the unconditioned attic and the conditioned living space of the home. The first step is to construct the sidewall frame. The shiny side of the board will face the inside of the cover. The anchor straps will be on the inside of the frame when it is assembled. Working on a flat surface, make sure the edges are even and join each side and end piece together with a continuous bead of adhesive. Each joint can be reinforced with a 3 to 4 inch piece of foil tape while the adhesive dries. The lid components can be assembled by running a continuous bead of adhesive along one shiplap ridge of each joint and firmly pressing the 2 pieces together. A slight back and forth motion as you press the panels together will help to bond the panels. Make sure the panels butt up tight at the seam. Apply foil tape along the length of both sides of the seam. This will help to ensure airtightness and to add rigidity to the lid. If you are constructing the R40 version of the Therma-Dome stair cover, use the second tube of adhesive to bond the 3 remaining panels to the top of the lid, with the shiny side facing the inside of the cover. Since the air seal was accomplished with the sealing of all seams on the first layer of the lid, it is not necessary to tape the seams on this layer. Make preparations for the airtight attachment of the frame to the floor. If there is no solid floor material for the frame to attach to, strips of wood must be attached around the attic access opening. Depending on the version of the Therma-Dome pull-down attic stair cover that you have purchased, there may be wood strips included in the kit, which you can cut to length to surround the attic opening. The sidewall frame will now need to be attached to the attic floor in order to act as an insulation dam. Ensure a clean surface for mounting the sidewall frame, then test fit the cover in place. Apply a continuous bead of adhesive to the non-gasketed edge of the assembled sidewall frame, then gently but firmly press the assembly onto the floor surrounding the attic opening. Apply foil tape to the seam between the floor and the side panels, as well as to the inside corners of the joints between the side panels. Any seams in the framing of the floor that is exposed between the cover and the conditioned living space should be sealed either with caulk, spray foam, or durable tape. Air can leak through these weaknesses and bypass the otherwise effective seal of the cover. If you are assembling the R40 version of the stair cover, the additional non-notched panels will form a second layer to the lid. Apply adhesive to the upper surface of the lid component, that is, the side that does not have the D-ring anchor points. Gently press the remaining lid components into place side by side. It is not necessary to seal these seams, since the air seal was achieved in the assembly of the first layer. Set the lid in place and use the anchor straps and D-ring strap anchors to secure the lid in place over the attic staircase. For more information on the assembly and use of the Therma-Dome pull-down attic stair cover, visit Therma-Dome.com.